What's going on, everyone? We have to go over ASTER here. As you can see, ASTER is down 5.5% in the last 24 hours, almost 6%, 7% in the last 7 days, 20% in the last 30 days. We're going to talk about what's happening and what just not happened in the prices here. But anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None is financial advice. But let's go over ASTER because, ASTER is doing some interesting stuff right now. So currently in the charts right now, ASTER is trying to decide whether or not it wants to break out of this pattern that we have, which is our bearish expanding triangle right here, or bullish expanding triangle. So there is a possibility that we could have a breakout in ASTER. We just now bounced off this support here. We pretty much have a descending triangle here though, which is a bearish pattern. It looks like we're breaking down to the downside of this descending triangle. But yeah, it does look like we're probably going to have a pretty nasty pullback here on ASTER, and that should take us down to like 80 cents flat. Right now, we're at 89 cents. So I think 80 cents could be coming soon for ASTER. This is the 4-hour chart. We'll probably end up seeing both the long-term trend on the percent R trend exhaustion and the short-term trend coming down a little bit more and going sideways a little bit. So yeah, it's definitely a bearish movement right now with ASTER on this chart. So I would expect those pullbacks to start stacking up now. We're probably going to start seeing more pullbacks. It's probably going to come to 80 cents. Let me correct that. 80 cents. That's what I'm waiting for. So yeah, could have another pullback soon on ASTER. So that's pretty much all I got for the technicals for ASTER, because it's really just a waiting game at this point. Like we just gotta wait and see what happens. We're pretty oversold on all these time frames, but I still think it's gonna end up happening. If you look at the 4-hour chart, it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear here. So just waiting for that next pullback here on ASTER to bring us down to 80 cents. We haven't really touched 80 cents since the launch of ASTER, or the rebranding, or whatever you want to say. Because if you look all the way back here, like it was at like 82 cents. It wasn't at 80 cents. It was at 82 because we didn't actually hit the 80-cent support. So if we come down, now we're going to be at levels we haven't seen in ASTER since it was launched. So that's going to be pretty interesting. But yep, this is a bearish pattern, everybody. This is a descending triangle. So don't say I didn't warn you. So let's see what happens. Anyways, this is all I got. They're doing their updates and everything on ASTER, but there's nothing really big going on with ASTER right now. And you got the usual people on Twitter talking about ASTER and stuff. But overall, I think this pullback will be good. We should have some, or I don't want to say we should bounce when we hit 80 cents, but typically we've seen that when we got there close to there before, we did bounce. So there's a possibility that we could bounce at 80 cents. So that's what I'll say, a possibility, right? Because we're almost really in that oversold area. And once we go down to 80 cents, I think that should solidify it. So yeah, this is all I got, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video.